Fishing with Adam is brought to you by Dynamic Lures, fishing's innovative angle. Thanks for watching Fishing with Adam. We're just going to show you the basic setup for bottom fishing. I'm not a big bait fisherman, so I don't use this technique a lot, but it does work. Now, first thing you got to do is observe where you're going, where you're fishing, and what kind of bottom you're fishing from. So, if you have a bottom that's just rocky, then you can almost guarantee that the fish will be holding pretty low to that. Now, if the fish are, or let's say there's weeds on the bottom, then the fish are going to be just off the bottom above the weeds. And that's where you want your bait to sit, because that sits right in front of the fish. So, in this case, I have a bottom rig set up, which is just a egg sinker with a swivel, and just tied to a leader into just a treble hook, and it's about 2.5 feet of line. My leader is about 2 to 2.5 feet. This is the distance off the bottom that the bait will be floating. Okay. Now, you want a egg sinker or a worm sinker, anything that's just a slip sinker on your line for one reason. And that's because the fish won't feel the tension when it goes ahead and bites into this and tries to swim away. So you got your egg sinker, swivel, and leader. Now the baits can include marshmallows. Any bait that floats would work for fishing with the bottom rig, unless you're fishing for like. Sometimes you can have bait on the bottom and it really doesn't like actually sitting on the bottom. So if I put like night crawlers on here, sometimes you'll catch a fish, but if it's really weedy and rocky, you probably won't, and then you'll just catch your line and snag it up. So I suggest power bait. Berkeley power bait is it's been like studied or whatever, that it holds on like way longer than other like cheap brand baits. So this one just happens to be rainbow, and it has glitter in it and stuff. Now you just get a glob of this and you just wrap it around the hook. When you wrap it around the hook, you want it to cover the hook completely, but you also got to worry about one thing. You also want to make sure it floats. And with a hook this big, what I noticed the last time I went fishing is that it requires a lot to keep it floating. Okay, so you got power bait. Power bait comes in tons and tons of colors. Here's another rainbow without sparkles. Now, the Berkeley Gulp is made by this as basically power bait, just a gulp name instead of power bait. Made by Berkeley, and you also can buy marshmallows. These just happen to be trout marshmallows that you would buy in your tackle area of your local Walmart or Kmart or whatever. And just and if you want to fish with a worm, you just go ahead and use a worm blower and pump your worm full of air and keep that off the bottom. So that's bottom fishing for you. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching Fishing with Adam. Feel free to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Fishing with Adam, and like our Facebook page for more tips and videos and pictures of our weekly fishing trips. Hope to see you out on the water.